So today, we have such an exciting episode. We're making one of the most classic dishes that hail from Spain. We're talking the Spanish potato omelet, known here as una tortilla de patatas. Now the version we're going to be making today, we're going to be using sweet potatoes instead of regular potatoes. And let me tell you, those sweet potatoes give this omelet such a beautiful lift of flavors, where it's sweet and savory and absolutely delicious, folks. All you need is 3 ingredients and a couple basic pantry staples to create one of the greatest omelets in the world. Let's begin by getting our ingredients ready. I'm going to grab 1 kilogram of sweet potatoes, which is 2 1/4 pounds, or about 2 medium-sized sweet potatoes, peeling them, rinsing them under some cold running water, and then patting them completely dry. Now to make this omelet, I like to peel the sweet potatoes, but if you prefer, you can leave the skins on there. Just make sure to scrub them completely clean. And then we'll cut each sweet potato into small pieces that are 1/2 inch thick, which is 1 1/4 centimeters. Now sweet potatoes have an odd shape to them where the center of them are a lot bigger than the ends. So just make sure once you cut all the pieces of sweet potato that you go back to the bigger ones and cut them into smaller pieces. That way they're all similar in size and everything can evenly cook. For the next ingredient, we're going to roughly chop 1 large onion. As you know, when I'm working with onions, I like to remove between 1 to 2 of the outer layers, as those outer layers are not as firm as the inside ones, making it so much easier to chop the onion, and it actually gives it a better overall texture. And for the last ingredient, I'm going to crack in 6 eggs into a large bowl. Now the eggs that I'm using to make this omelet are cage-free organic eggs, but you can use whatever eggs you like. But let me tell you, in a recipe like this, with such minimal ingredients, the higher the quality ingredients, the better the overall flavor. Then we'll season the eggs with a little sea salt and some freshly cracked black pepper. And we'll whisk the eggs until they're well mixed. For the next step, I'm going to grab a large non-stick fry pan. Important to use non-stick here, that way later on when we add in the egg mixture, it doesn't stick to the surface. I'm going to heat it with a medium heat and add in 1/2 cup of extra virgin olive oil, which is 120 milliliters. After heating the olive oil for a couple minutes, I'm going to add in the chopped onion. And we'll mix the chopped onion around, that way it's all coated in that olive oil, and you don't have to mix this continuously, but get in there every 30 seconds or so, that way it all evenly sautés. After about 3 minutes, and the onion is nice and translucent, you don't want to brown it at this stage, I'm going to add in the pieces of sweet potato. And we'll mix the sweet potatoes around, that way they're all coated in that olive oil. And once again, you don't have to mix this continuously, but do get in there every 4 to 5 minutes, that way all the ingredients evenly cook. After about 25 minutes, and all the pieces of sweet potato are beautifully golden fried. Once again, I've been mixing this every 4 to 5 minutes. They should be perfectly cooked through. You know, you can always pierce them with a toothpick, and if it easily goes in there, they are ready to go. For the next step, I'm going to season everything with sea salt and some freshly cracked black pepper. And we'll give it a quick mix, that way those seasonings are evenly distributed. Then we'll remove the pan from the heat, and we'll transfer the sweet potatoes and onions into the bowl with the whisked eggs, making sure to shake off any of the excess olive oil. And we'll give it a mix, that way all the ingredients are well mixed together, and then let it sit here for a couple minutes, that way the flavors can develop. In the meantime, I'm going to heat the same non-stick fry pan with a low to low medium heat, and as you can see, I still have a little extra virgin olive oil left over in that pan. If you don't have any left over in your pan, just drizzle in about 1 tablespoon, which is 15 milliliters. Not only is this going to help flavor that omelet in the outside, but it's also going to ensure that the eggs don't stick to the surface. After leaving our mixture to sit here for a couple minutes and all the flavors have developed and the mixture has really thickened up, I'm going to add it into the pan with the hot olive oil. Once again, very important to be here on a low to low medium heat. And we'll spread the mixture around just to ensure that everything's in a flat layer. After about 3 to 4 minutes, it's time to flip the omelet to cook the other side. Before you do that, you want to ensure that the omelet's not stuck to the pan, otherwise it's going to cause a huge mess. Now, flipping the omelet is a very simple technique. You want to use a plate that's just a bit smaller than the pan, place it over the pan, and then flip the pan into the plate. Then we'll slide the omelet back into the pan to cook the other side, and make sure to have a spatula handy, that way nothing gets left over in that dish. And you want to make sure to push down on the omelet, that way you end up with a perfect single flat layer. For the last step, using the back of a spatula, I'm going to start compacting the omelet from the outer edges towards the center. This is what gives it that classic rounded edge. After a total cooking time of about 8 minutes, that's 4 minutes per side, this omelet should be perfectly cooked through. Of course, every pan and stovetop heats differently, so it might take you 3 minutes per side or even up to 5 minutes per side. In my case, this is ready to go. I'm going to remove the pan from the heat, and we'll transfer the omelet into a serving dish. Check it out, our Spanish sweet potato tortilla is done. Super easy to make, made with minimal ingredients, and it truly has such a beautiful presentation. Let's give this a try and see how it turned out. So for those of you that follow Spain on Fork, you know that I'm a huge fan of Spanish potato omelet. So this one right here with the sweet potatoes, I cannot wait to try. Here we go. Too good. Everything beautifully cooked. The sweet potatoes just melt in your mouth, and that sweet flavor from them with the savoriness, taking this omelet to the next level. Easy to make, minimal ingredients. Serve it for breakfast, lunch, dinner, warm or either cold. Either way, the flavors are so good, they're gonna completely blow away. Give it a try at home. You're not gonna believe how good it is. Real quick before I go, shout out to a couple of my patrons, Aravinda Garimea, Robert Manahan, Linda Bufano, Hollis Helmichi, and Sam Cohen. Again, guys, thank you so much for being patrons of Spain on Fork. You know how much I appreciate you. If you enjoyed today's video, hit that like button, as it really helps out the channel. Leave me a comment below, and don't forget to share this video with your family and friends. That way our Spain on the Fork community can continue to grow. Till the next time, hasta luego. What an incredible recipe. Tortilla de patatas, but with sweet potatoes. Unexpectedly delicious. See you in the next video.